Mercedes returned to F1 in 2010, and since 2014 they've won the Constructors' Championships back-to-back every year. In 2021 they took home the Constructors' Championship once more, although they narrowly missed out on the Drivers' Championship, coming in second. Heading into 2022, Mercedes will insist on dominating the competition. Nothing less than the fastest car and the most wins will give the Silver Arrows the outcome they want to see at the end of this new season and beyond. The Red Bull team burst onto the F1 scene in 2005, and ever since 2009, they've been one of the top 3 teams in the championship. Last season ended brilliantly for them. Max Verstappen won the prestigious Drivers' Championship, and Red Bull are flying high once more. Heading into 2022 under the right leadership, Red Bull could find themselves heading up the pack once more. They'll certainly be hoping to end the season with not 1 but 2 championship trophies for their cabinet back home in Milton Keynes. Ferrari have entered Formula One every year since the World Championship began back in 1950. They still hold the most championship titles of any team. The team had a solid season in 2021, securing 3rd place in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari are very much in it to win it. With strong leadership over the 2022 season and beyond, expect to see them fighting for those podium places. If all goes well, they'll be aiming for that top spot as the seasons progress. McLaren are a cornerstone of F1, having been part of the sport since 1966 and winning numerous drivers and constructors' championships over the years. Last season they came a respectable 4th overall, with Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris securing the only 1-2 finish of the season. The talented driver pairing of Ricciardo and Norris returns for McLaren this season, and one thing is certain, they're not going to settle until they're reigning champions once more. Alpine was a new name in 2021, bringing F1 drivers Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon back into the spotlight. Alpine finished the 2021 season in 5th place in the constructors' standings, with their first race win secured by Ocon at the Hungarian Grand Prix. 2022 will be a formative season for Alpine as they return with the tried and trusted driver pairing of Alonso and Ocon. In a few years' time, with the right leadership, they could well become championship contenders. AlphaTauri have been a name in Formula One since 2020. They're renowned for being the proving ground for talented new F1 drivers. Last season they ended in 6th overall. Driver Pierre Gasly also earned them an impressive podium finish in Baku. Heading into 2022, the team continue to develop their current driver pairing of Yuki Tsunoda and Gasly. They'll want to continue scoring regular points and begin working their way past the other midfield contenders. "2021 was Aston Martin's first full season in Formula One. They roared onto the scene with Sebastian Vettel, the legendary 4-time world champion, in one of those coveted driving seats. Despite some teething problems in testing, Aston Martin gave a solid showing and finished the season in 7th place overall. Heading into 2022 with Lance Stroll and Vettel behind the wheel, Aston Martin have the potential to become regular podium contenders. But it's going to take strong leadership and shrewd investment to get them there. Williams is a legendary name in F1, winning 9 Constructors' Championships in their heyday. The Williams family sold the team in 2020, and the 2021 season saw them fighting well from start to end. They finished 8th overall, thanks to some incredible performances by George Russell in his last year as a Williams driver. In 2022, Williams have Nicholas Latifi and new signing Alex Albon, returning to F1 after a year away to make up their driver team. The pressure is on for them to up their performance this season and push their way back towards those midfield places. Alfa Romeo boast an impressive Formula One history, dating right back to 1950 when they won the very first Drivers' World Championship. However, 2021 saw them finish in 9th overall, with no podium finishes to their name. The team usher in 2022 with a brand new driver lineup. They're joined by F1's first ever Chinese race driver Zhou, as well as veteran Valtteri Bottas, as they build their way back to becoming regular point scorers. Hess joined F1 back in 2016, and they've had a good start to their team career, peaking at 5th place in 2018. Last season they finished 10th, but they spent a lot of time and focus on designing their car for 2022 and strategizing for the future. Going into the 2022 season, Hess hope to have a strong car design under their belts. Coupled with hungry drivers, an ambitious team, and strong leadership, they'll be pushing their performance and fighting their way back to the midfield. The grid is packed and there's electricity in the air, but there's no surprises in that. It's race day!
Haas met their potential in qualifying, and they'll be expected to make a good start from the grid. Let's see if they can make it work for them. Alfa Romeo managed to meet expectations during qualifying.
I need to get out of this.
And if they can keep this up, they'll have a good race ahead of them. And the clouds today look very ominous, which means that teams may have to contend with rain at some point during the race.
And there's going to be a lot for the teams to handle. So will the drivers and their cars be able to cope with the pressure? Let's find out right here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's a cloudy night tonight, but otherwise the weather looks good for the race. There we see position in the back 10. They'll have their work cut out for them. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. The teams are ready to go. And this is it, the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Wow. Wow.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position. Let's take a closer look. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel. And they get past, which moves them up a position. The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
I'm not going to worry too much, though. Like I said, this is from Schumacher's car. You can see here on the left, when it's highlight, it's going to be white across the top. That's how you can tell who you're looking at while we're going. Got someone close on him. But he is currently in 19th place out of 20, so he's got a lot of work to do, the kid. Here's his fin view. And he's about to come into a straighter here. There's going to be a lot of going back and forth early race, swapping positions, so I'm not going to look at every replay when it comes to like passing. If you're new to sport, you can see the colored band around the rims that tells you what kind of tires we have on. We have the soft tires. I don't see our strategy on here.
During the race, you can use the strategy view to check on each driver's strategy and adjust them if need be. You can also check the strategy graphs to see how a car's tyre wear is matching up to the team's expectations. You can also use the car and track tabs to view more details about them. The car tab shows you current and projected component condition and fuel loads, while the track tab has more information about weather and track grip.
Okay, so we don't actually have a strategy. We have no strategy. So we want to go, I'm sorry, we're not going soft the whole way. We want to go soft, medium, soft. Or soft, hard, soft. Or Schumacher. And then back here, okay, there we got the strategy. We didn't set the strategy before the race. And Magnussen, I'm going to go with the, I think it was the soft, hard, medium.
During the race itself, you can direct the team drivers in 3 main ways. Each option will help drivers increase their speed, but will come with a cost in different areas. Increased pace will improve lap times, but at the cost of increased tyre temperature and wear, which can lead to more pit stops and higher risk of tyre failure. You can instruct the drivers in how to manage their fuel. Using more fuel will give them more speed, but you need to ensure there's always enough left to finish the race, as refueling is banned. Finally, you can adjust the ERS strategies for each driver. Higher ERS strategies give the driver a boost of power when racing, but will also drain the car's battery. Timing and battery management are everything here.
Okay, so now we got the 2 strategies set. One for Schumacher. It's going to go soft tires, hard tires, soft tires. And Magnussen's going to go soft, hard, and then a medium. And he's going to come in on 39. He can go a little bit longer there. That's the strategy view. Here's the race view. There's also the stats view. But I'm not going to spend much time there. Let's check in with Magnussen. Magnussen's up in 13th place. I think Magnussen's most likely to get a good position for us. He's most likely to get a good position for us, and he's hanging out in the middle of the pack here. In 1 minute, we got a 35% chance of precipitation.
DRS enabled.
Alright, that's our guy telling them race control DRS is enabled. Now they can actually use some of this charge, like she's saying, to boost them through the straightaways and such. So I would look for him to be a little more aggressive on Alfa Romeo here and go to make a move at some point in the near future. We're on lap 3 of 57, so it's going to be a good long night here, folks. So settle in. He's over to the shoulder on Magnussen's car. Our first Grand Prix here in Bahrain. I think I mentioned before on the channel, I have done, and you may have probably seen it, Motorsport Manager. We were managing an F1. Well, we're managing a race team. And it's a pretty good simulation. So I'm not really seasoned at Formula One or anything of the such, but I've at least managed a team enough to know kind of what the mechanics are. It looks like he's thinking of making a move on this guy. Couldn't quite pick him up yet. But look for him to make that move sometime in the near future. Let me go back to Schumacher real quick. At the back of the pack. You can see tire wear 88% to 88%. Thanks, I'm talking about the tire wear getting a little warm. Schumacher saying the same thing. Schumacher's the young German. A young German racer. He's right in here trying to make a move, I think, on Sofina car. I think he's like our 19-year-old German driver. He's better at control. Oh, and he made it. Made the move on the inside. Overtook him. Way to go, kid. That's going to show up in the highlights. He's just at position 18. We'll go, kid. And that is his race tech guy.
Hess with an overtake. Here's the replay. Now just focus on the Hess.
That was that move on the inside track.
And they clear it. Big move for them and a race position gained. I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team.
Yes, that was nice. We made another move on the outside. Way to go, man. Way to go.
Very good job.
No Schumacher.
Hess with an overtake there. We can take a look now. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
Outside pass.
They take advantage and muscle their way through. Excellent work. The driver's team there cheering them on.
All the way from North Carolina, Illinois. North Carolina, United States. We're the only American team in Formula One. Of all the teams, you got Ferrari, we've got Red Bull, Mercedes. All right, so he's in a good spot, 17. Let's go to Magnussen.
As the race progresses, remember to keep an eye on the planned strategy you put in place before the race. The strategy view will let you check your strategy, adjust it, or even change it entirely. The data view is also an important area to track during the race. It gives you a deep dive into race data, including lap times for all the team's drivers.
Let's check that. Leader last lap. So his best 129.87. Verstappen, he's got the best lap time overall, I believe. Fast. Yeah, he's got the fastest lap. Magnussen's he's down there at 13. Oh, this is just for the series. Is there lap history? Tire history shows where everybody's at on their tires. Different events, fastest lap. Sponsors thing, qualifying position. We didn't qualify for that. If we get a finish position of 12th or higher, that's our incentive, 117,000. So that's what we're hoping for. Our strategy has Magnussen coming in at 17. And he's coming in at 16. Schumacher's looking at first. And we're at lap 5. But looking beautiful out here at night. This is race 1 of 20. There's 22 races in the season. Season starts off here in Bahrain here in March, at the end of March, and then we've kind of an aggressive schedule throughout the season where we are going to, I think we're in Saudi Arabia next. Look at the moon out there though, looking nice. Hanging on at 13, not a whole lot going on right now. 3 minutes and 5% chance of rain, so it clears up. You see the clouds going overhead. Overtake failed, so Schumacher keeps trying here. Oh, so he's looking at the other teammate. He's trying to get past this guy. And he's driving aggressive. He might make his move here. He is going inside. See if he forces it. No, he's not going to force it there. He may go on the next straightaway. Guy behind him's in a good spot. He's got his fins open. Here's where he's going to make his move right here. Oh yeah, he got on it right away, right away. Come on, kid, you got him. They're traveling at equal speed, though. Here he's on the home stretch. Yes, making a move on the outside. I think he's got him here. Nice overtake.
Yeah, good job, Mick.
Let's watch that again. What do you say? Huh?
Is that a new race position for Haas?
It is.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now just focus on the Haas.
There you go,
Gaining a
kid.
position there. Oh, they make it look so easy. That was a big moment. The team are clearly delighted.
All right, now we're ahead of the entire team. Ooh, but he's battling to try to get back. He might lose it. Nope, kept it. Way to go defensive, kid. Way to go defensive, but that guy wants it back. You can tell this is not going to be easy. Got to be careful around these turns. He could lose at 16 on lap 7. Came out of that corner nice. But this guy's going to try and move on him. Kept him outside. Looking good on the turn. Outside straightaway. Alright, he's holding on to it there. Checking in on Magnussen then. Magnussen now. Got an overtake, he's in on 13. He's staying close with him though. He cannot get around this Alfa Romeo though. At least not yet. What's he got behind him? Other than the moon. Good, son. They've got a 3D overhead map as well. Gives you position or appreciation for where everyone is. We've got our 13 right here. Where's this is Magnussen? Where's our other guy? Where's Schumacher? Schumacher's 16. Alright. Schumacher's 16, Magnussen's 13.
Okay, we're still okay.
We must have lost it. Yeah, we lost a spot to him.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Oh, but now hold on. He's back inside, so we're not even going to check that out because it's going to be...
Great job on that.
It's going to be a tug of war there. So he lost it and got it right back.
Haas with an overtake.
We saw that overtake, so we don't need to see the replay. I'm not going to switch to the replays if we see it happen. I'm only going to go replays if we're not witnessing the move. This is pretty cool. I might want to see if Pete wants to watch the future races together. Comment. Because as manager, right? I mean, as the I got my, what's it called? Alter ego managing this stuff. So race day, I'm taking more of a spectator view of the action anyway. I'm letting the managers kind of do the thing. I may make changes to the general tire strategy and stuff, and I have to tell them when to pit and everything. But, Man, he's got Aston Martin right on him, though. Right on him. Both those guys. Look at how nice the moon looks with the clouds, though. Yeah, he is contending with Aston Martin at every turn. At every straightaway. We got him out for a few more laps. There's Magnussen up in 13th. Yeah, I tried this out at high. I had it in high setting. I get occasional stutter. I'm in ultra right now. I had it high settings at HD, and I decided to bring it down to 1080p because that's what the upload's going to be, 1080p. So I figured, well, if I go 1080p, I may as well go ultra settings, and the sky and such. You can see pixelation around the clouds at high settings. Here in ultra settings, you don't see that pixelation. It looks great. The only trade-off is I get the occasional stutter, which I think I could live with. Until I get my new machine where you won't see any of that. It's over the shoulder. He's playing this well. I don't know when he's going to make his move. Magnussen, it's my Danish driver. But yeah, we got to get, I think last season, I think our team got 16th in this race. So as long as we get the top 12, we get that $117,000. And I think Magnussen could get in that top 12. They're saying tires are getting a little warm. That's okay. Okay, now we got a lock up on a driver, so we're going to want to see that.
Seems to have been a lockup. Let's see what happened there. Now here we see Max Verstappen.
Verstappen.
They've locked up, but that could have been much worse.
Red Bull. Oh, where does he dropped to 4th? They're still at 13. This is the home straightaway here at Bahrain. Ooh, tried to pass him on the outside, almost bumped. Another lockup. That's our guy.
That's a crash. Multiple cars, I think. Let's take a closer look. Now just focus on the Hess.
Oh,
and there's the collision. It's caused absolute carnage.
Oh my gosh. What the heck is that?
Stop the car, Mick. Stop the car.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, we got yellow. Okay, where are we on our? We're not in our strategy where we need it. Unbelievable. One guy leaves the race. Everyone else is in it. Just our guy. Unbelievable. That sucks. Alright, now we got a pace car coming up here. Keeping the tires warm. Man, that sucks. We got to get behind the pace car while they clear the wreck. And it was at the end of the straightaway here. Son of a gun. Everyone's pitting except for us. Maybe we'll use this to our advantage. Maybe we'll use this to our advantage. Oh, man. Alright, well, we're in second place, but only because of the pit change. Alright, the tires are going to cool down here. We're right behind Red Bull. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so everyone took advantage of that yellow to pit. We're gonna hang out at second for a while. These guys have the hard tires on already. Unbelievable. We have one driver.
Managing pace will help you manage a car's tyre temperature and wear. Keep an eye on the tyre condition of both cars. Over time, tyre condition will fall, reducing their grip and performance, eventually leading to tyre failures and car retirement.
How do I tell him to pit, though? I forgot how I told him to pit.
Safety car in this lap.
Copy that. Shoot.
No overtaking until the timing line.
Copy that. Doggone. Oh, here's the pit.
Okay, our driver has just entered the pit window. The pit window encompasses the laps that cover the planned pit stops in your strategy. This means it's nearly time to call the planned pit stop. Unless you think there's a reason to pit immediately, I always recommend sticking to the strategy and pitting on the optimal lap.
Well, we may want to change strategy now that we're the only driver. I think we're the only driver out there on soft. Almost everyone has switched to hards at this point. Except us and Nicholas Lofty. Well, where is it? 51%. He's hanging out here in second place, right behind the top guy. So at least we can enjoy second place for a little while. Keeping good pace between him and the guy behind him. I don't know. I don't feel bad about this. Man, that guy's quick though, isn't he? We'll catch him a little bit on a turn. We're going to lose a lot of places. We're probably going to go down to about 17th when we pit. But I'm hanging on to it. I'm hanging on to it. Let's see. We're still a couple laps away from optimal pit. Okay, so far here. Stick with it, guys. Stick with it. And he's got Red Bull right on him, though. Red Bull all over him. Home straightaway.
DRS enabled.
All right. Man, the lead is just all over the place. Lap 16. Little stutter there, though. I'm not sure what that's all about. Right, back up to 60 frames. Sorry about the stutter. Handling it well right now. He's handling it well right now. Keeping second place here. Still have the fin closed though. He's running a good pace here. He will not catch the first place guy, but we can hang out in second for a while. We got Red Bull right on us, so but he's outpacing him nicely. Right here, he's not gonna get him on the inside. Way to hold him out. Right now, he's on the home straightaway. Oh, optimal pit lap. I'm gonna say ignore it for right now.
Ready to call a pit stop? Bring the driver in and follow our planned strategy.
I guess she's making me. All right, if we have to.
Right, let's talk tyres. During dry races, all cars need to use at least 2 different tyre compounds. If a car doesn't comply with this rule, it will be disqualified from the race. Ultimately, it's your decision on which tyre compounds we go for, although I'd strongly recommend sticking to the starting strategy when possible. You can see the estimated lap lifetime for each tyre when you focus on them.
All right. So I
Once
guess
you've decided which tyre to move to, just confirm the pit stop with the team.
I guess they're kind of making us do this to sort of learn the ropes. They're strongly advising.
Box.
Oh, he just got past two there.
Copy, Pops.
Got past once though. Oh, twice. That's not good. Got another lockup though. Crash. Several cars involved.
I think there's been contact on the track. Let's have a look. Now we see the Williams here. Oh no!
Ooh.
And there's the crash. Mark my
Safety
words,
car
there'll be
deployed.
questions asked about that
Let's
later.
get close to the delta.
Got it.
We're taking the pit anyway. Right, we're taking our pit anyway. Alright, so at least we're getting a pit on this one, and we're gonna have the hard tires. So this may end up okay for us. Alright, here we come, pit row. We're gonna lose a lot of places right here. Drop down. We're probably gonna drop down like 17th or so. Oh wow, their guy that came in is probably in from a crash. We're only ahead of Williams. But we got the hard tires out. Now, I like Magnussen's Magnussen's guy is good at letting him know when to push. So I could see him getting back in this without too much problem. He's gonna catch the pack. These two are Williams. You can see looking at the track here. These two are Williams. We're closing in on the pack. We're gonna get in there. They got two in the. Oh no, I thought they had. Oh, the two in the pit are the two that crashed. Another lockup. What the heck is happening out here today? The car
Sounds
run
like
away.
someone's locked up. Here's the replay. Now let's look. We're watching Nicholas Latifi. Well, they've lost it. They've locked up. And the team had such high hopes today. What a shame.
Mercedes? No, this is Williams. Well, he's pushing it. He's way in the back. He doesn't know exactly what to do. Look at the safety car. Safety car from the crash still. Alright, as soon as we're back in on this, we got newer tires than everybody else. At the same consistency, I think we'll be okay. Traffic. That's bananas. Still have a safety car out. That's an accident waiting to happen. Now they're going real slow because they're right behind the pace car. Or the safety car, I should say. That's the speed you might drive around here if you were in a regular car. Well, this is going to complicate things somewhat. We're 16. We can get... It can move up from this. And actually, I think make up for things late race. That does not look very fast, does it? We could drive at that pace, like regular. When is the safety car gonna get off the track? Alright, just don't crash on yellow. Magnus, and you're the only guy left in this thing, man.
Safety car in this lap.
Copy that.
Alright. This safety car's coming in. The next pit. And then it's open season again, and he's right in the group. This could work well for him. Look at that train.
The safety car has left the front of the pack.
Copy.
Alright, here we go. Off to the races, as the saying goes. Come on, Magnuson, make it happen. Patient. Lap 20 of 57. We're not even halfway done yet. This guy in front of him has a chassis on fire. Really making some scrapes there. Got two on him. Both the Williams drivers. If anyone could do it, man, it's Kev here. Kevmo. Kevin Magnuson. The Flying Dane. The Viking. The Waking. He's going to plan it just right. He's going to get it right, but he's going to get Alpha Centauri. He's going to look for room ahead of him, I think. When he sees a gap open up. It may take several laps, though, until somebody starts making pits. Look at this bottleneck here. But now that turned nice. He's not using the DRS yet. He's using a little bit right there. Come out of that turn. His fins are closed. I think he's just sizing up the driver ahead of him. But I think he's getting close to deciding when to make that move. Alpha Centauri. Good pace right now. Nice race. He's keeping up with this guy. Keeping him right in front. Watch for those fins to open up. I think he might either try the next straightaway or the one after. Maybe the home stretch. Right on him though. See what happens here. It's neat how you can see his hands even from this distance clicking the downshift paddle. He's right on him. He's ready to make his move at the home stretch.
DRS enabled.
See what happens here. Is he gonna make his move on this guy? I think he is. Oh no, he's going on the outside. Did he make it? Nope, not yet. Good effort though. Get him next time. So the two in front of him swapped positions. Be all right. 22:57. So let's see, what is that? Between lap 28 and 29 is the halfway mark. Just for frame of reference, these so yeah, these races last about hour and 40 minutes or so, and there'll be another, like I said, another 21 races this season. Total 22 races. Magnussen doing well though, staying right on what is that? Is he making his move? I think it's Aston. That's not Aston Martin. Is it? Maybe it is. Williams still off his backside there. So this is the position he ended in last year. I think we're going to do better this year. Barring any accidents or mistakes or anything like that. And to get up a little higher. I want to look at some of the, what are some of these other tire history. Soft, hard. This guy's already gone with mediums. Basically all soft and hard. Can't believe Schumacher's out of it already. Oh god, he made it to lap 11. We could run these tires a little further. We might be able to go like 42, and I don't know if I'm going to stick with mediums or if I go mediums sooner. I'm going to have to see how everybody else plays out here. Getting close in on him. He's thinking about it on a couple of these straightaways. He's thinking about going long on the outside. It is exciting. We're in Bahrain. We're gonna go to 21 other cities after this. Especially excited about Austin, Texas, which is gonna be our American stop. Back vent open. It is on Aston Martin as well. .4 miles an hour. 175. Let's see what he gets on the home stretch here. How fast he goes. .193 miles an hour. So he's got Stroll, one car ahead of him. Albon's behind him. Albon's the guy we're actually scouting. That's interesting. We actually scouted Albon. Ooh, I thought it looked like he almost slipped there. Go. Just a little slow. Just a little slow on the kick there. Gotta be patient. You gotta be patient though. We're not even halfway done with this race. So he's really just gotta. He's running his race now. He's on hard tires. He's just gonna be out there for a while. Yeah, I love it. Look at the fingers clicking the gear paddles. Guys getting a little warm? Okay. Roger. So now, the chemistry, just so you know, the chemistry between the drivers, between Schumacher and his guy are really good. Magnussen and Reagan is not quite as good yet, because they just got teamed up together. So they're just... They hardly know each other, so that's not something that's going to bear much fruit till a little bit further in the season. From the managerial role, part of that for me is finding, you know, ooh, he went wide. Yeah, we saw that. We don't need to see the replay because we just saw it. But see, we got in his head.
And that's the lockup.
Yeah, we don't need to see that Aston Martin. Okay, that gives us a spot. We're at 15, lap 26. And he's got AlphaTauri ahead of him in his crosshairs. Dogfighter. Gonna ride in his slipstream. Feed off his dirty air. Alright, he's looking good. Oh, Satari's not even in his rear view barely. He's got good pace on this guy. He's looking good here. He's gaining on him. He's going on the outside. He's gonna take him. Attaboy, man. Nice overtake.
Kev, you're doing a brilliant job here.
Hess with an overtake there.
We're gonna get it back though. It's gonna be a tug of war with these two. Look at this, look at this. No one's giving up. Oh my gosh. Oh, forces him wide, forces him wide. I'm nervous here. Neither of these guys want to let go.
Typical.
Look at that, he's not giving up the inside. We're just gonna pair up.
Mega job, mate.
Nice. He did not back down, man.
Is that a new race position for Hess?
Is, my friend. 14. You're already 2 up in last season. There you go, Dane. Fun to watch, man. You are fun to watch. You are a veteran driver. Driving for the only American Formula One team. Coming down the home stretch. Lap 28. Just crossing over halfway mark. The race is halfway over. We are almost an hour in here, so just to let you know, that's how things progress. But you can see that when you started the video. He's got AlphaTauri right on him. He really comes in on the turn. But he's managing his speed around the turns well. Keeping him in the rear view. There's a battle at the top with Verstappen and Leclerc. Red Bull and Ferrari. All the way back at 14, but we're gonna be okay back here. I think he's gonna make more position. I don't think he's gonna end in 14th. I think he's gonna bring it up maybe closer to 12. If we get 12, we stay in this thing, man. If we get 12, we get the incentive. Very nice, very nice. Need some water. Yeah, I'm gonna see if Pete wants to attend the next race in Saudi Arabia. Lock up on another driver.
Is that a lockup?
That didn't affect us.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now let's look at this. Here's George Russell. And there's the lockup.
Oh,
It
wow.
almost got away from them entirely.
Oh, he lost several places.
And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
I couldn't see who that was. We're living at 14 here pretty well. I think we're slowly going to catch the rest of the pack here. He still has to worry about AlphaTauri behind him. But I think we're probably going to be able to gain position on the rest of the pack as well. And he can start to think offensively in the next several laps. As you can see him up there at the end of the straightaway, playing defense. He is coming up on us. He does want to make that move. And now he lost the rest of the pack. I don't even see where they're at. Okay, they're coming around here on the next straightaway. There they are. I think we can move in on them, and someone's going to pit. Another run wide. Man, what the heck is going on here today? Just don't run
Look
wide,
at that! They've run wide! We can take a look now. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in They've this gone one. wide! They won't be happy about that.
All right, but they didn't lose a position or anything. Just go right in the middle of our strategy. Lap 30. We're over the halfway mark. And that AlphaTauri guy wants us. He is keeping him outside. Way to go, kid. Call him kid. He's like 38 or something. Grown man. 4 minutes, 25% chance of rain. I think we're going to be rain-free for the race. I believe. One of the good things about racing in the Middle East, a lot less likely to experience wet conditions. Still can't believe Schumacher's watching the race from the booth. He does close. He closes on those straightaways. But Magnussen does a good job of closing them out on the turn. He really didn't get him much on that straightaway. He's got to get him on this turn right here. Get on the gas now. All right, he got a little space there, just a little bit of space. Over the shoulder, 6th gear, 7th gear. You can see him paddle down. Home stretch. This is what it's like, 3 inches off the ground. At what the heck speed are we going here? 300 miles an hour? He is trying to push on the inside there. He's doing a good job boxing him up, but we're slowly encroaching the rest of the pack, which is good. And then he can start to concentrate on what's in front of him as opposed to what's behind him. And I think he's going to meet these guys soon enough. Now I gotta start thinking strategy again. I could have him come in as early as lap 36. We're gonna have to see. Track up very high, that's good. Little stutter. Yeah, I get this occasional stutter. I don't like it, but it goes away sort of quickly. The rest of the time it looks really good. Alright, so he gets to the end of the pit. When does it change over to the lap number? Lap 32 or 57. Still a little off that last guy in front of us. Can't seem to nail him. Could see him in there. Well, he's not too far off at this point. He's gonna start to catch this guy. Still says lap 32 of 57. I mean, I would have thought the lap carries over right here at the checkered, and I guess maybe it does. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. So now he's lap 33. Interesting when that flops over. He's getting in though. He's getting in. 34 as soon as I can. No. 36. It's the soonest I can haul them in for that yellow tire. But I still have 66% of my hard tires here. I'm still considering that strategy. Maybe I go soft in the last round instead of medium. Depending on where they're at. Yeah, we're starting to catch up to Richards. I think he's getting to a point now where pretty soon he's going to be able to play some offense. I mean, he's getting closer. He does have this guy just crawling on him, though, at every chance. What a night, though. What a night for racing, huh? Keeping this guy in the foreground. Right. Gain some position here on the straightaway. Getting closer, closer. That's pretty good. Man, you still got AlphaTauri right on you. Looking good. Oh, crap, man. Oh, crap. That's exactly what we didn't need. That's us. We ran wide.
They've locked up and gone straight on.
Son of a gun. Alright, now you gotta get back in there and make it, man. Doggone it. Shoot, now I don't know what to do about the pit and what kind of tires to go with. Shoot. I don't know what to do. We need 3 more positions. Shucks, man. Oh, crap. I don't know what happened to my performance here on my FPS. Looks like it's dipping down a little and getting some stutter. Change camera angle, see if that does anything. A little stuttery. Got nobody behind you. Doggone, man. You guys gotta take this guy. Shoot. Shoot. I don't know when to do this change up. Crap. I keep thinking about this strategy. I do not know when to switch strategy, or if to switch strategy. Now maybe we'll force the guy in front of us to make a mistake. Maybe he'll lock up going out of turn because he's concerned with us being out. Come on. What is with the stutter here? It's not stuttering on my main display, just so you know. But I don't know why it's chugging along or whatever. Yeah, he's got to make this guy. He's got to get this guy. We have to end up in 12. I really want him to push to our top 10. If he can make top 10, we are set and ready. Looking nice. Alright, looks like I got my 60 frames a second back, so whatever my computer decided it was going to do at 11:10 p.m. was its business. We were right on AlphaTauri though. A good spot to be, we're back in it. What is that? Looks like we're getting ready to make a move pretty soon here. We got the strategy. I can make my pit sooner than later. I can make it on the next lap. But the question is, do I go with medium or soft tires? I think I'm going to call him in a lap early. When he's on 39, I'll call him. Question is, do I go with soft or medium? I guess we'll go medium. Oh, got it.
Box, Kevin, box.
Gotta be bugs.
It's got to be upsetting for him. He's fighting here for 14th, but I think I want to try and make our pit before everyone else does, and then catch up to him and overtake him with slightly warmer tires. That's the strategy. I think that's what we're going for. I think that's a strategy. We're gonna bring him in, change him. He's gonna fall back to the back. He's gonna fight up while the others take their pit. He's gonna be on warm tires and hopefully jump up in position. Is he overtaking Tori? Yes, he does. Nicely done. Now he's gonna lose that when he takes the pit. But nice overtake, man. Nice overtake. Feeling good. Feeling good. We're just one ahead of the optimal. We're 14th before coming in from the pit. Okay, so 7 is in the pit. So we are going to drop down probably to last place. There he goes. All right, we got the... All right, 18 is coming in behind us, so we're not quite last place. We got our last set of tires on. Time in the pit 30 seconds. We got our last set of tires on for the rest of the evening. We're at lap 39 and 57. We're gonna have about 18 laps left. And he's gonna fight back. I still think 12 is realistic. I know, I still think 12 is attainable. And 10 is realistic. I think 10 is realistic. Now if we look at the strategy, we're slightly ahead of it. And I think we're gonna be in great shape right for the end of the race. We'll just have enough tire wear to make it interesting. I mean, look at that. We're on. Who's that front of that? Who's STR? I have to learn these acronyms. But he's closing ground on number 16. And a lot of those guys in front of us are going to pit like on the next lap. And we're going to jump up. I'm thinking 5 spots. Yeah, he's going hard at this guy. Come on, Dane. Come on, Kev. It's all you. Play the patient game now. You're going to be able to get this, buddy. Coming up on him. Looking good though, looking good. He's right on this guy. And we're gonna have cars pitting, I think here. If not this lap, then the next lap. We're gonna have a lot of guys going in.
Okay, good job, Kev. That's one.
I totally missed that because I was talking. I might.
Hess with an overtake.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm sorry, because I was looking down.
Let's take a closer look. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here.
Let's move on the outside, back inside. There you go, Kev.
They take advantage and muscle their way through. Excellent work. The team watching on and clearly loving that.
All right, very nice, very nice. 16 and pits are coming up either now or next lap. Looks like next lap. Looks like everyone's going one more. And that's going to bring us in closer. Yeah, I think maybe we could make 3 spots, go 16, 15, 14, 13 with the pit. I'm thinking we'll get to 13th with the pit, and then he could take 12th without too much work. We're on lap 41. Right about the time we get to 50, he's going to get aggressive. He might take one more. I think he can go, I'm guessing he's going to end 11th. That's my guess. Nobody immediately on him. All right, we got one coming in for pit now. I think, right? Yeah. The leader's in the pit. Both Red Bulls in the pit. Or no, I'm sorry. Look at how quickly he came out. We're never going to even get close to him. We're going to see a lot of pits coming in here around this next turn. And that's, I think, where we get our chance. When this cluster goes in. Yeah, several are going in. We may be able to get ahead of them. They have to stop. You got to take this turn and get right back out. Two more. Coming down the home stretch, he can get in front of these guys. Alright, he got one. We're going to have a couple more pits on this next one as well. Alright, so he's right behind Alfa Romeo again. He's in a good spot. He's already ahead of last season at this point right here, as long as he doesn't make any big mistakes. Go wide or crash. He can get these guys. Got AlphaTauri on his tail. He does have to be concerned about him. And he's doing all right. We got another pit in here. And we're gonna have some more pits coming in this next turn. Some of the guys ahead of him, and he's really keeping on this guy. At least two more in the pit at this point. Couple more. Take another position on this one. Take at least one more position. 14. You can get this guy here. Get this guy right here. 13. Stay ahead of him. Stay ahead of him. All right. I don't know if there's anybody ahead of us who hasn't made their pit yet. 5% chance of rain in the next 2 minutes. All right, looking good, looking good. Keep him behind you. Alright, he's got to worry about him, but he's also got to make a move on the guy in front of him. We need at least 12. At 40, 40, 57. I think our tires are going to warm up, and theirs are going to wear down. I think late race is where we got our best chance. He might be able to make some more space here against the guy in the pit. There's two in the pit. Come on, get two more, get two more, get two more. You got him, you got him. This guy's right on you. He's trying to make his move. 12, 11, nice. Keep him behind you. Keep him behind you. We may be able to get 10. Man, he is right there, isn't he? All right, 11, sweet. Nice deal. We got a little bit of breathing room. And I think you can get top 10, buddy. I think you can get top 10. Don't let him in. Man, he is right there, though, isn't he? He's making his moves now. He may even get a spot on us, but we'll get it back, I think. His tires are going to wear down like lap 53. Ours is going to be just fine. and that's when we'll make our move on the guy in front of him. He's trying it, he's trying it. He may get it. Overtook him inside. It's okay, we're gonna get it back.
Typical.
See, like I said, I don't he's gonna get us there. We're not gonna watch the replay.
Alpha Tauri gained a place.
But I see Kevin getting it back. I'm not concerned. With 12 laps to go, Kevin's gonna get it back, and our tires are gonna have longer life on them than his. We're gonna get in front of him. We're gonna stay in front of him. We're getting another place here on the guy in the pit. We're 11th, and we're gonna get 10th when we pass this guy. Look at that inside cut.
Okay, good job. That's one.
Yes, see? Told you. I know my business, people. I know my business. We don't need to replay that because we
Hess
saw
with
it.
an overtake there.
Generally speaking, like I said before, I will switch to the replay for moves or events that I did not directly witness. Or if it's just so stellar, I gotta see it again. But these simple overtakes, especially toward the end of the race, I'm not concerned with watching all those replays back. Now we got someone else trying to make a move on us. We might lose a position to this guy, but then get it back. I feel good about these about these medium tires. Late game. And we are in 10th place now. I think he can get single digits. We have one more coming in the pit. There's one more in the pit right now. Look at him. He's going to get 9th. Look at that, man. Holy cow. We really get the advantage after that 50th lap. After lap 50, especially like around lap 52, with 5 more laps to go, that's when everyone else's tires are starting to get a little overheated, a little worn down, and ours are just right, with just enough wear left to really punch it through for the rest of the race. That's where Kevin's at. I think if he hangs in there and doesn't make any big mistakes, he's 9th right now. I was hoping for 11th. Playing defensively. Alright, he got overtaken. Remember I said I thought he'd get overtaken by this guy.
Just keep concentrating.
And I'm not too worried. I think he's going to get it back.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
There, and again, not concerned. I am not too concerned. I think he gets him back in the next 3 laps. With 10 laps left. At the hour-and-a-half mark now. He's right at him. We're still in the top 10. But I want him to get single digits at this point. And I think he's fully capable. Taking this guy for a steak dinner. If he nails this, and I think he will. I mean, he's got to be careful. He could mess it up against AlphaTauri, but All right, looking good, looking good. Again, after lap 50, that's where we're really going to shine. We're in the top 10 right now, so I'm feeling real happy with Magnussen's performance. Tires getting a little warm. Imagine what their tires are like. See, we're keeping him at bay nicely. Even though he's on the softs, we're on the mediums. We're just now coming up on the home straightaway. He's making a move. He's going to make his move. Going outside. Told you. Told you. Got him. Stay in. Stay in. All right.
Keep it up.
He's fighting him. He's fighting him. He's not giving it up easy, though. Okay, he's gonna. Yeah, he lost it back. That's okay. It's okay. 40,
McLaren gain a position.
like I said, lap 50, we start to shine. That's my guess. At 49. Good, looking good. Alright, he's going to get a little closer right here. He still has AlphaTauri right on him. Alright, he's not worried about him behind him. He is going to make his move. I don't think he's going to get there in time, though. Oh, I got this turn coming up too soon. Next time around, we're at lap 49, lap 50. Like I said, 50 we start to shine. He's getting in close. Ooh, inside corner take. But he's going to fight us for it. He's not going to let it just happen.
Good job.
He's an 8. I think at this point he gets 7.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
It is. And once we're coming up to lap 50 here, I think that's where their tires start to overheat. Ours stay good. It's okay. It's okay.
It's not over for us.
Lap 50. From here on out, it's ours. We get this spot back.
And
keep
McLaren
it.
with a great overtake.
We get this spot back. We keep it. We're going to get the spot back, we're going to keep it, and then we're going to move in on the next guy. Here it goes right now. Like I said, I told you he wasn't going to let that happen.
Nice work, Kev.
See? They're building that rapport, these two guys.
Haas with an overtake.
Him and Reagan. And he's got 7 within sight. I mean, 7's around the corner here. Good leading the pack. I don't think we lose this position again. I could be wrong. But coming down the stretch, especially the last 5 laps, 52 to 57, I don't see him doing it. I don't see him losing that spot. See, he's trying to make the move there. His tires can't handle it. He's got to pull back or he's going to have a fire. And Kevin is kicking it in high gear now. He's going aggressively because we're in the last several laps. He's looking great, man. I'm proud of this kid. If something's going to happen, we got to worry it's going to happen here. All right, so he's making his move. He may get him on the straightaway. Not to worry. Again, last 5 laps. It's going to be a tug of war these last 5 laps.
McLaren gain a position.
They're not going to hold it. Someone's going to be right on him. All right, he's going to get in close here, and he's going to try and make his move on the next straight. Get him. We got AlphaTauri right on him. Keep him behind you, keep him behind you. Here's your prize right there. Stay single digit. 8, top 8 would be real nice. Only 7 cars better than you. Push it, push it, push it. You got him on the next straightaway, Kevmo. Good.
6 laps remaining.
He's not going to get him here, but he's going to get him in the next one. Exactly what I was saying, Reagan.
Okay, good job, Kev. That's 1.
Nice, nice. And 8 hours in commanding position. 5 laps to
Hess
go,
with
like
an
I said.
overtake there.
This is our sweet spot. This is where we're going to keep it. Don't just keep it. Push for 7. Open it up here, man. Leave them in your dust. Don't give them the confidence. Don't let it happen. Box them out. Box them out on the outside. Fight him, fight him, fight him, fight him. Not worried.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Not worried. Not worried. I am not worried. Come on, Kev. You're getting close. You're getting close. There's your home stretch. 53, 57. Got 4 laps back. I think it's going to be a tug of war.
5 laps remaining.
We're going to see. I think we may see that a couple times. Can you keep him behind you? Nice.
Okay, nice work.
Kevin's so intense right now. I don't even hear him
Is
responding.
that a new race position for Haas?
He's trying to make it in. Don't let him. Don't let him. Fight him. Fight him outside. You're going to get it back. Don't worry.
Typical.
All right, 53, 57. We got better tires than he does. It's okay. It's okay. We can get 8. Get on him. Get on him. Get him on the corner. Get him on the corner. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. Get around him. All right, still 9th place. 3 laps to go.
4 laps remaining.
4 laps, sorry. Taking him on the inside. And it is.
Okay, good job. That's 1.
It's a tug of war, these two. Us and McLaren. I don't think
Hess with an overtake.
I don't think he's going to get 7. I think it's either going to be 8th or 9th, but I think he's going to be in the top 10. But he's got to get this guy outside. I think he's doing really well on these medium tires. Oh, car spun. Yellow flag.
Sounds like a spin.
We got to see this on turn 8.
Let's see what happened there.
That's late. That is late.
Now we see Valtteri Bottas.
Oh.
They spun the car. What a disaster.
Oh man, that's big. That's big. That's gonna put us. Okay, we just lost 8 or 9. Not too concerned.
McLaren gain a position.
Don't worry about it, Kev. Going on the outside on the home stretch.
3 laps remaining.
He's not going to get him here, but he can get him the next time. We're 7th now. Do people take pits? Oh man, we got this guy right on us, so. 7th place. This is amazing. And he can get 6 here. He can get 6. That would be incredible. We go from 16th to 6th. 10 places in a season. Took a little screenshot. I dropped my... Sorry about that. I dropped my frame rate down to 35 frames a second. At 56 and 57, he's going to make his move here. He wants that top spot. He's got one more lap to go. He's got a guy right on him too. This is crazy dead heat. I think he's got this guy in the tires. I think he can take him. I think he's gonna get it. Okay, go.
2 laps to go.
He's got him here. He's got him here. Hold him. Oops. Ooh.
Well done, Kev.
McLaren's
Hess with an overtake there.
trying to get inside him, man. Man, he is right on him, though. I don't know how this is going to play out. He's got no one in front of him. If he doesn't go wide, he can. Don't worry about your tires, man. Last lap. Well, that's who tells you. Perez crossed the line. Trying to make it. He's trying to make it. Hold him out. Hold him out. Hold him out. Hold him out. Dude.
Just keep concentrating.
Don't worry about it. You get him. You can still get him.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Not too worried. Not too worried. Get him here. You can get him here, man. You can get him here. 7 is good, but you want 6. Go, 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 go.
Starting final lap.
Starting the final lap. Look at this. Took him on the inside.
You're currently P6.
Wow. Position 6 now. You got to keep this guy behind you.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Oh, he's trying to take you on the turn. Way to keep him behind you, man. He's aggressive, though. He is aggressive. McLaren's a solid team. Keep him behind you there. That was a good move. That was a good move. Stay on this. Stay inside. First place is taken. Always takes
Perez
us
has
on this.
crossed the line first.
He always takes us on that spot. Keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting. Holy cow, this is gonna get dangerous.
McLaren gain a position.
It's okay, we can still get him. Coming to the finish line. Man, look at these 3. You gotta go for it now, you gotta get it now, you gotta get him now, you gotta get inside. Seven.
Checkered flag.
Get more points.
Nice.
Yeah, Kevin, you did an awesome job. Slow down as you come in.
Wow. 7th. 7th place off of 16 last season. That's pretty amazing. That is amazing. Wow.
Kevin Magnussen showing us how it's done. A great result.
Got a screenshot of that.
This is a good result for Haas. More than enough to satisfy the whole team.
You
Oh,
can see
man.
that the team runs like a well-oiled machine. Everything was precise and on point this weekend.
The end this weekend in 5th place in the constructor standings.
The
Nice.
teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.